Hi, and thanks for joining us here at Rose Quartz Mediumship podcast, where we simply adore anything and everything healing-based and metaphysically based. Some of you may know that we run a magic school here at Rose Quartz Mediumship. And as that program was opening and it was becoming a public awareness of the program, I had an individual in my reality challenge the fact that in the Druid component of this program, we were not focusing on Celtic lineage. We made the choice to create the space for any and all of our students to connect with whatever lineage felt good and true and right to them, regardless of their ancestral line. And this individual is correct that in traditional Druid training, the focus is on a Celtic background because that's the roots of where Druidry came from. And it wasn't what we wanted to do inside of the program. The Magic School is based on multiple traditional and ancient forms of knowledge, including Druidry, shamanism, Reiki, and somatics. And we wanted to create the space for cats to hop on the counter. For those of you who are not watching on the video form, one of our kittens just hopped up on the counter. You gotta roll with life, guys. You gotta roll with life. So we wanted to create the space inside of the program for people to connect with the energies that felt authentic and true and right to them. And this individual shared some concerns around the fact that our focus was not on a Celtic background. And I heard them, I really did. And I honored what wanted to come out of me, what was authentic and what was true for me. And I really wanted to create a space where people felt safe to connect with whatever lineage they wanted to, whatever lineage they felt drawn to. And so that's what we did. And in our first live event, almost every single student who's in the program connected with Native American lineage and energy and received messages from Native American lineage and ancestry. And as the day progressed and then as the evening progressed and I had some time and space to sit and reflect about the experience of the day, one of the things that really became abundantly clear was that following what was true for me, what was authentic for me, in not focusing on the Celtic lineage. And that's not to say that the Celtic lineage is somehow discriminated against. We created the space where people could connect with whatever energy, whatever lineage felt good to them. And that's something that can change and grow as they move through the 3-year program. But it became so clear to me why it is so important to stand in your authenticity. If I had made the choice to focus on a Celtic lineage and not create the space for people to connect with whatever energy felt good and true and right to them, then the individuals who are in our program may not have felt safe enough on the first live event to connect so deeply with Native American energy. And there are so many people in the world. And sometimes we get stuck in these traps where we think there is one way that we need to move through the world. and we start comparing ourselves to other people, and we start following other people's rules and other people's way of moving through the world. And when we do that, when we pull ourselves out of authenticity, when we pull ourselves out of what is true and aligned for us, the people who are meant to find us can't find us. Whether that is in friendship, whether that is in business, whether that be as energy practitioners, the people who want the unique frequency of who you are cannot find you. And the people who are looking for a different frequency, if they find you because you are being something that is not fully authentic and true to yourself, you are robbing them of the experience of finding the frequency that is right for them. And I think sometimes we get so caught up in following a societal norm or following what other people think we should do, who other people think we should be. And then the people who are meant to find us can't find us because we're not being true to who we are. We're not being true to our authenticity, to our uniqueness. We're not being congruent with the uniqueness of who we are. And there is a unique frequency to each and every one of us. And when we're afraid to be that uniqueness, because we, in some capacity, think that we're going to be rejected or abandoned, or people won't like us, then the people who are meant for us can't find us. And there is no issue with not being the right frequency for somebody, right? If you let go of your ego, and if you really love humans in general, you want them to find the program, the mentor, the partner, the friend that is the right frequency match for them. Because we each have a unique frequency. And when we stand in it unapologetically, our people can find us. And the people who are not wanting that frequency, not because you're bad, not because you're wrong, not because your frequency is in some capacity less than, but because that is just not the frequency that they are looking for. But those people then can go and find the frequency that is right for them. And if you really love humans, then you will want them to find the frequency that is right for them in that moment, knowing that the frequency that different people want and need will change as they change and as they grow. And I just thought that this was a really beautiful example of why it is so incredibly important for us to stand in our uniqueness. Because the students who joined our Magick school needed this frequency. There are so many other programs out there where they could find a different frequency, and there is no emotional attachment to collecting people who don't need this frequency. I want the people who are meant for a different program to go find that program, because that's going to be amazing for them. And it's going to be amazing for the program. The results that come out of the program for people who are meant to be in that frequency are going to be amazing, phenomenal. But if the people who are not meant for that frequency are in that program, then the outcomes might not be the same. Not because the program doesn't work, but because it attracted a frequency that wasn't true and right and authentic. And this is just an example about business, right? About our program. But it's an example about life and how law of attraction works, and why authenticity and uniqueness is so important. And collectively, if we could get into a place where we could let our egos go and we could just realize that we're all energy. I'm energy, you're energy, the trees outside are energy, this table is energy. We're all energy. And being in different frequencies is the medicine that we need at various different points in our healing journey, in our personal development journey. And the uniqueness of your frequency, of who you really are, is amazing. It's beautiful. And when you can own that, you're gonna attract the people who want that frequency. And there's something so beautiful about that, in my opinion. If you're unapologetic about who you are, you're gonna watch your reality change. You're gonna watch people come into your reality who are meant to find you, whether it be from a friendship standpoint, whether it be from a romantic standpoint, whether it be from a business standpoint, anywhere in between. The people who are meant to be in your reality because of the uniqueness of your frequency will find you if you own it. And there is this really interesting thing that happens for so many of us as we move through the human experience, where we get taught that there is a right and wrong way. When societal norms say, if you move through the world in this way, you will be accepted. And I'm a huge believer, huge believer, that our purpose in life is to stand solidly in our uniqueness, in our authenticity, to be congruent with the frequency of who we are. And when that happens, we're magnetic for the experiences, for the people that we're meant to have in our reality. And those lessons from being in connection with those people, with those experiences, with those places, can happen, and can happen in such a beautiful way. So, I just want to invite you to be brave and allow your uniqueness to lead your life, to be unapologetic about the unique frequency of who you are, and just watch as the magic unfolds around you. We really love having you here at Rose Quartz Mediumship podcast. And I hope that you have a beautiful morning, day, evening, or night, wherever it is that this finds you.